On this episode...
Coffee. Wait, I didn't want a coffee, I wanted a cappuccino. Suzuki Cappuccino, the cutest drift car ever made. And there's almost 40 of them here today. We're out here today at Nikko Circuit for the 2023 Cappuccino K-Car and Cappuccino only meeting. So what is a cappuccino? Well, this is the Suzuki Cappuccino, and it's not a regular car. So Japan has a certain class of vehicle called Keijidosha, or light vehicle. A vehicle which needs to be 64 horsepower or less from the factory, under a certain width, height, and length, to qualify for, basically for cheap registration. The problem is you end up with really boxy looking stuff like this, you know, that's meant to fit within those categories. But at the same time, because it's a small car, they're kind of cheaper, you ended up with these things here, small K sports cars like the Cappuccino. So what are the benefits of owning a K car? Well, the registration is about 1/10 of what it normally costs per year compared to a regular passenger vehicle. Also, everything about them is smaller. Tires are smaller, wheels are smaller, everything is smaller, less expensive to run. And also, remember, this is Japan. Tracks here are a bit smaller, as are the streets and the places people have to park their cars. So these make sense. This is Takero's car. This is the guy who has the quad turbo Silvia, among many other things. And he's out here today in this little 660cc car instead. Of course, it's boosted up. And it has nitrous in the back too. あれでプッシュとするボタンないの？ありますか？あ、いいね。
HT07 タービンです。ワゴン R の 1000cc のタービンです。
Looks like this one may have been sitting in a field for too long, because we've got 15-inch Hoshinos on the back and they look huge. Alright, next we've got the event organizer. We'll just ignore that. We have the event organizer, Mr. Saito's car. And it's probably the most heavily modified for drifting here today. We'll go over it in a minute, but first let's see how it does on the track. Things about having a small light car is you can avoid accidents easily because they stop fast.
The engine in these is Suzuki's F6A, a twin-cam 12-valve 657cc engine. This one's been upgraded with a big intercooler and a turbo from a Subaru, making about double the standard 64 horsepower. All the other mods are pretty similar to an average drift car. The front end is set up with stiff suspension and wider custom guards for bigger, grippier tyres. The rear end is set up with very soft springs to make this short wheelbase car more predictable to drift. The upside of low power means the tyres don't wear down too fast. This is how a brand new pair looked after one full session. A Cappuccino drift car might not be everyone's cup of tea, but it sure does look fun to drive.
So everyone who drives a smaller car with a smaller engine and less power would like to think they could take down a Goliath, right? So we're gonna have a Dave and Goliath battle right now with 3 Suzuki Cappuccinos versus this Itasha Skyline. I don't know, I reckon these 3 have a chance. As far as the Skyline goes, we actually saw this car for the first time at an Itasha meeting. And it was probably one of the most serious cars at that Itasha meeting. So we'll see how he goes. It's idling like that because it has big cams, but it sounds a bit rough too, so I don't know how well it's going to go. We'll see. He's gapping on the straight. One in front. Doing pretty good though. It's an R32 Itasha, so it's a winner in my book. And it's running an RB25 with a big turbo. An ignition that doesn't work properly, apparently. However, it does sound pretty good at idle.
I'm guessing right about now, some of you are probably thinking, hey Alexi, when are you getting a cappuccino? Well, here's why that probably won't happen.
The wipers won't go on. I can't indicate right, and it won't go into 5th gear. I can't press the clutch either. And this is my head on the roof. The roll cage is right in front of my face. Look. No. Moody. Hey.
これは新しい技があるんです。
Hey.
こうすると、
Hey.
これで、ほら、
Oh.
これで安心。
Ah. There we go. That's much better. That's much better. It's complete. This is completely safe.
ちょっと頭はみ出てますね。
Is it better to I can put over or under? No, I don't think a cappuccino is the right car for me.
A cappuccino rival from the same era, a Honda Beat, was at the same event, so I thought I'd give it a try too.
I could potentially drive this. It feels like I'm in a Dodgem car. I was sitting like this. It's like a Formula car. This is the seat. It's just the frame, and that's it. And it's directly bolted to the floor with this padding, which is just like maybe about that thick. Also, one thing about this car is these are the factory floor mats. It doesn't have the seats anymore, but the seats were also this tiger stripe. See, that's a Beat. Open air motoring. These are the factory floor mats. Amazing. The 90s were a wild time. One unique thing about these cars is they have a roof that can be removed in stages. So you can have the full roof, you can have a targa top, or you can just take the whole thing off, fold down the rear glass into the back and have just a regular open car. Also, some people buy aftermarket one-piece hardtops as well. All right, I think we're having a, is this a race?
5周のシグナルのスタートになります。
Is there a light? Oh, there's a light up there. Are they actually starting that wide? This is going to be carnage.
皆さんいいですかね。
No, there we go. Oh my god! Surprisingly quick. Well, that was the last lap. No back markers. Clio and the Alto Works RS, and then old mate in the mirror. Alright. Dureza tires. Look like stock brakes. Seems easy to be low-key fast in a cappuccino. If that's your thing. This is a Wagon R. The owner swapped out the engine for a turbo manual from an Alto Works, which is kind of the sports version of this chassis. Now, looking at it from the outside, you wouldn't really expect that. You know, the doily interior. So normally you'd look at this and the cream color and think it was being driven by some old grandma, but as you can see, it's got a wiggly stick there and a boost gauge. The engine is under this hand-sized intercooler, and it's about the size of a bike engine, because remember these are only 660cc. But look, it's got Suzuki Sport factory parts on it. Yeah, look at this, it's got the C28s and Durettas on the front and like T37s on the back. It is absolutely grandma looking car. I love it. Right, that's all from here today. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And also, what weird one make sort of meeting would you like me to go to? Because there's a lot of stuff like this in Japan. What particular weird model of car would you like me to show more of? Let me know. I mean, I just like to show drifting in general, but let me know. Also, if you like to see the videos a day before everybody else, like these people here, these are my tier 3 patrons over on patreon.com. You can join the Patreon. You can see the videos early. You can also join the Discord, which I don't know if I recommend that or not. Oh yeah, also to the people who haven't clicked away yet and are dedicated to watching these videos all the way to the end, I'll give you a little bit of cool trivia here. See these number plates? This is a K truck. See how they have white number plates? They should be yellow because they are K cars, like that one over there, so they're yellow. During the Tokyo Olympics, they made white K-class number plates for some reason. Just in case someone notices that. This K truck is a lot more serious than I thought. Like, he's got a hydro and lots of gauges and stuff, and a full-on bucket seat. I don't know if I got any video of this drifting today.